So I had an idea for a painting, and in the painting there's a farmhouse in the distance, and it's holiday time, and there's a big family gathered, and there's lights and cars around the farmhouse. And then unbeknownst to them, in this quiet corner along a fence line, there's a tree, and almost like a cutaway, you can see into the tree at some squirrels that are asleep. So a painting like this just starts with the inspiration of an idea, and usually I just start writing down all the things that I know have to be in the painting. And at that point I usually can only do just a very rudimentary sketch. So then I have to start gathering details and looking at things. So I went out and walked along fence lines and took photographs till I started to get an idea of the structures that would be in the painting, till I had a good enough idea where I had a final composition and the exact size of the canvas. So I wondered a lot about where the idea for this painting comes from, because I feel strongly about it. And I think some of it must have come from children's books. There's a scene in Wind in the Willows where Mole gets lost in the big woods in wintertime. There's also a book by Richard Scarry, I'm a Bunny, you probably know it. And there's a picture at the end where the rabbit's in his hole there, and you can see out into a winter landscape. So I think those images must stick with you from childhood. But also another thing is I always had this idea when I was in an area where, like maybe at a wedding reception or a carnival or something, and it seems like I always notice outside of the activity some woods nearby or something, and the quietness and the stillness and the eternality of that landscape that's so near to all the human activity, that speaks to me in some way. I'm not exactly sure how. This was a real breakthrough in the painting. I went for a walk near my house after it had snowed, and there was this afternoon sunlight that lit up the woods almost bright orange, and that was a real breakthrough because it brought color and light into the painting and saved it from just being a gray winter landscape. And another breakthrough I had was trying to come up with a composition for the woods and the trees. Sometimes you just have to make a really a direct, simple decision. So you see this slanting line of the trees in the back that points to the house. That was a real breakthrough. And finally, right at the end of the painting, the idea of this cornfield that leads you through the painting towards the house, and the corn kind of being a source of food for the squirrels too. So that's the painting. Hope you enjoy it.